Hello everyone, it's episode 6 and let's just jump straight into it because we've got a lot to do today. We've got a lot of building. We're going to start right now, so here's a time lapse.
You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one to find the strength in all that I was dealing with this life, like kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass,
End of time lapse. Or is it? We've got a nice simple little build here. You don't think I'm going to stop here, do you? I want to build another one. Exactly the same. But just a little bit further away. So, let's resume the time lapse.
To stop me from hitting the ground, and every goal there was a meaning for this love.
And end of time lapse. Finally. So, here we've got it. We have 2 little fishing huts, which I'll show you around. They're both pretty much identical in every way. And so I've used pretty much all wood in these builds, mainly because that's what the style that I liked, and so I thought, why not? So I've connected the 2 to a preliminary path. This won't be the final path, but this is just a little marking on where my main path will go, and these will be worked on probably during episodes and on live streams and things like that. So yeah, right, okay, let's go over this. So it's just a lot of spruce and a lot of oak. That's pretty much it, except for the cobblestone. And you're probably thinking, why is there red wool there? That doesn't look right. Yeah, why has he put red wool all over the place? This is very simple. These are going to be barrels eventually, but because barrels are also worker blocks, I don't want villagers like coming down here and there's like nearly 20 barrels on this thing, and I don't want 20 fishermen. So, and then between the 2 there's a lot of barrels between the 2, so I've placed wall blocks down to let me know that obviously these need to be changed later on at some point. So once we've got like a villager sort of in the area, we'll stick down like 1 barrel and then let him get his job. And after all the rest of the villagers have all sort of scattered and taken their positions and stuff like that, we'll start adding the more barrels in and you'll get the final look. But yeah, obviously if you can just picture in your head like barrels right here. They look like the posts like coming up from the ground. And then we've got some like little put out campfires down here. I'm planning on putting some fish just inside these. So I think I might have fish at my starter base. If not, I'll go fishing for a little bit. I'll craft up a little fishing rod and we'll pull in a few fish and stick them on there. I may even put some fish like in item frames inside here. So it's only a very small little hut because fishermen don't really need a big massive huge thing. So yeah, the interiors of these, I haven't planned any of them out at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing the interiors on stream. So if you want to see the interiors getting built live, and maybe you want to give me a hand and help and some advice, feel free to jump onto my Twitch channel and come and help me out a little bit. I do accept like input into the designs and things, and I'll just quickly walk over to this one and we'll show you over here, so you can see like the path, like the preliminary paths. So yeah, this one is pretty much identical in every way. Well, it actually is identical in every way except for different coloured wool. No rhyme or reason for that. It's just the first wool that I had to hand. So again, exactly the same with the interior. This is going to be done on live stream. We'll create something rather cozy inside there, and because ideally I'd like 2 fishermen inside each one of these, giving me a total of 4 fishermen. So I really should put a sign down saying 2 beds, 2 and 2 temporary workstations. Right, so if we follow the path, if you remember this building from the last episode, I have done a little more work. Obviously I've started putting a pathway in. Again, these are all the pathways that I'm actually putting in at the moment are temporary pathways. And like I said, I'll work on these in between episodes, and I'll work on them on live streams. So, yeah, we've got like the fields placed in, and I kind of like it. I use the natural land to sort of generate the fields. So, oh, that's going to annoy me. We've got to fix that. Yep. Yep. Okay. Right. Luckily, we probably won't be coming into. Let's go and have a look at this from a safer distance, because I don't want to be jumping all over the fields. And I think it looks a little bit nicer from up here anyway. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got these like fields sweeping down over the different layers. And I've not completely kept them straight. I think they look better like this, like sort of staggered and sort of like in a, almost like a bit of a wonky semicircle. So, and I just need to put some moss carpets down, and then that's them fields done. And this one, other than interior, is pretty much a checked off. Yeah, it's done. Right, let's quickly get a sleep. Right, good morning. So, I have done a little bit of terraforming and filling up of the big holes, because over in this land, as you were walking, every now and again you'd walk up here behind the tall grass and there'd be a great big massive huge hole. So I filled in a good few of those, but there is still quite a few more to do. So I think we're on to a good start. We've got 2 fishy huts out there, and I think we're going to go up to where the castle is going to be placed. So we're up at where the castle is going to be placed, and the one thing that I want to just go over is I have marked this out. Can you see the big ring just around the back there? And then we've got like this keyhole shape. This isn't going to be the main shape of the castle. I just want to point that out there. It isn't going to be just a great big huge round castle with a thing stuck out the end. No. These are just outside guide blocks for me. I do intend to take this castle out a lot further into the sides out here. This is just a rough. This was just a rough sort of thing. The main part, probably the main part of this castle, is probably going to actually come out somewhere over here. And then obviously we've got to build this terrain up to suit it. So it's probably going to be somewhere just before where that little stone cave is just there. And it's probably going to extend out. It probably will extend out just to about the end of this circle. So we have this entire mountain sort of at the back, sort of the castle itself. I was thinking about taking this down another 4 more levels, but I've decided against it. The reason being, not for the amount of work that it would take, no, because that's not an issue. I would be quite happy to grind that out. The reason being is I want this slope, and can you see how this slope comes down? Right, I want to. If I go out a bit too far, I'm going to make this or bring it down. I'm going to lose this slope, and it's all going to look flat. And then that means I'm probably going to have to take all this off, and that's all going to look flat. And it's just going to look. It's not going to look very natural. It's just going to look like it's been stacked onto a plinth, and I don't really want that. So yeah, I'll probably terraform this out a few blocks more away from this line area, and I do plan on doing this on a stream. So yeah, when this video actually comes out, this has probably already been done, because I plan on doing this on my next stream. And obviously my videos are a couple of weeks behind where I'm actually currently at. So that's just some information. Right, the other thing is very shortly we're going to have to start removing some of these buildings and trying to get some of these villagers down to the locations of like the farms and things. I might just boat a couple of them down, but for the time being I'm just going to leave them where they are. And what I'm kind of hoping is what will happen is, as I start to bring farms, this is the naturally generated path, by the way, this wasn't me. As you can see, there's another one of those holes just over there. As I start to bring these paths up and then start bringing the buildings, I'm hoping then the villagers will start to lock on to the actual buildings. This is what I'm hoping, and then eventually what I'm kind of hoping is that the villagers will lock on to the next one, and then that'll extend their village out, and then they'll lock on to the next house that is built, and then the next, and then hopefully then by the time we start like building up this area and having like the other houses, and by the way, I've got a lot of buildings planned that I've already done in a creative task world, so there's going to be no shortage of buildings here, by the way, and each one has got like their own unique little features and stuff. Like you're seeing this one mostly out of wood, there's some using completely different blocks. The villagers are going to have nice little homes like this. So yeah, we're going to have like a stonemasons building, we're going to have a blacksmith, and the way that I'm going to locate them is area of importance to the castle. So like the farms would be on like the outstretch of the actual peninsula. I can't pronounce this. The farms will be on the outskirts of Camelot, and other buildings such as like the blacksmith and maybe even like the butcher, they will be closer to the castle itself. If you have a look on like a lot of medieval sort of buildings, you will notice like buildings of importance, or the trades that associate with what's going on in the castle would actually be closer to the castle. The farms are normally pushed out quite a fair bit. Probably actually would be further than this in real perspective. and then the villagers would bring them in every day to sell their crops or give what is owed to the monarchy or whatever. So we're back over at the barbecue pork farm. Sadly, this has got to go. It's not going to go completely, but we need to relocate it. There's things happening on the server where this machine will be in the way. So I have to find a new home for this, and I think I can put this on the other side of the gold farm. I think. But yeah, this will be moving very shortly. What I'll probably do is just completely rebuild this while this one's still up, and then come back and then take this one down, because I have pretty much all these materials in stock bar the trapdoors. I think I've pretty much got everything I'd need to build this again. So, we're back at Eddie's bar, and I thought I'd wrap this episode up with the dragon fight. We're going to meet up with a few of the others, and we're going to go and fight the dragon. So who knows what will happen? Traditionally, on Season 1 and Season 2, I have died right at the end of the dragon fight. So, maybe third time's a charm, or maybe third time I die. Who knows? But it's going to be enjoyable, so what I'll do is we will run the footage from the dragon fight. I maybe cut it up and edit it quite heavily, because they do tend to be quite long. So enjoy the dragon fight and we'll see what happens. And hopefully we'll come back with some wings. So it's been roughly a day now, and as you can see, I have my wings. I can fly once again. So yeah, I got a good bit of loot. Sadly, one of us actually died during the dragon fight, and lost all the gear as they fell into the void. I tried to help out. I don't have much netherite, but what I did have, I did manage to craft up a helmet and a shirt, and then, you know, stick some netherite on it, put a couple of enchantments on it, and got him back into the game. So yeah, so with that, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. In the next episode, seeing as now we have these beautiful wings and we have access to end rods and all that other good stuff, we can start the castle of Camelot. So I'm going to start planning and start to... there's my horsey. Yeah, we're going to start planning to build the castle, so don't miss the next episode because it's going to be amazing. It may take me a little longer to get the next video out, so normally I aim for one video a week, but this is such a huge build that it will probably take me a bit longer than a week to get my next video out. Yeah, so, right, take care, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. See you all later.